When working with a group of people in an office setting, it's easy to lose creativity and all begin using similar ways of thinking. While collaborative work environments are good, small specific groups of people collaborating on an assignment often develop a habit of merging ideas in a way that hinders an individual's creative thinking process. Groupthink was first coined in 1971 by Irving Janis to explain the desire within groups for unity on thoughts and ideas despite the irrationality of the end result. Throughout history, many have pointed a finger at groupthink for its responsibility for events such as the Bay of Pigs, the Challenger space shuttle, and Watergate. Many offices provide an open space where teams of people may seek others' opinions on a current project, as management teams often see people as more efficient than a single person working on a specific task. This provides great problems when the group becomes more focused on maintaining group cohesiveness than the quality of the choice of the decision being made. Many problems can arise from groupthink. The biggest problems that arise from consistent groupthink are less time focused on alternative ideas, less effort put into idea objectives, lack of attention to risks of an idea, lack of visitation to past initially rejected ideas, poor quality of informational research, the presence of a bias when processing new ideas, and lack of effective contingency plans. By brainstorming in a group setting, new thoughts and ideas are quickly squandered if not immediately accepted by the whole group. While an idea may be beneficial and unique, it may be quickly rejected and as a result not revisited at a later time to be reevaluated. Often, once the group is in agreement with an idea, any other ideas group members have cease to be brought up in conversation. In a high-risk situation, a lack of a backup plan may be the difference between a successful project or a disastrous outcome. So, what causes groupthink? Groupthink runs the most rampant at workplaces that are close-knit and have group cohesiveness, have employees with a desire to give a lot of effort for the benefit of the group, have employees with a strong desire to continue their role within the group, have employees with unrestrained loyalty to the company, have egotistical employees with large amounts of self-confidence, have employees that express a bottom-line mentality, encourage a separation of ethical opinion and control, and have a leader who believes in unethical solutions as long as it produces a positive outcome for the company. By using this stepladder technique, groups can be structured into a two-person model to initially discuss ideas. Following this step, the third member of the group enters and presents their unique ideas and solution to add to the group. Finally, the fourth member of the group joins and presents the ideas in the same way the third person did. By using two people and slowly introducing more parts of the group, there will always be information shared that was thought up by the individual rather than a group as a whole. This allows for conversation to be had while collaborative and individual ideas are both brought to the table. Another way to reduce the amount of groupthink within an office is training employees on effective ways to become more facilitating and independent. By giving employees a sense of self-leadership and independence, they are less likely to hold back individual ideas for the sake of group cohesiveness. If each member of the group feels equally as in charge, there will be no room for a single leader to drive the discussion and be a final decision on ideas. In addition, this adds to the prevention of group members adopting the same views as the leader, as each group member will feel like their ideas and concerns are as important and as valid as each other member. Essentially, a groupthink mentality thrives in an office that has high stakes and a close-knit group of employees that feel their fates are tied to each other. Having many members within the group who are bountiful in self-confidence runs the risk of counter-ideas being present within the group. If a member is fully confident in their idea and does not express any risks or concerns, the group is likely to agree without much critical thought. Without any intervention, many workplaces are vulnerable to groupthink, which favors group cohesiveness over rational thinking, thus depleting the value individual members bring to the group. In addition to this, when a whole group is in agreement on a single idea, that group is much less likely to identify risks involved, thus they may make high-risk choices without fully understanding what consequences may come as a result. Often, this is because of a group-oriented mentality that the fate of one employee is the fate of all employees within the group, relieving each member of any pressure put upon them. The process of avoiding groupthink begins even before the group is formed. During the hiring process, it is important to understand the potential employee's autonomy needs. As those with low autonomy could be drowned out easily by coworkers who are more authoritative, it is important when establishing a group of self-managing teams to find people with similar levels of autonomy. While organizing like autonomous individuals, it's imperative that the levels are all high, as low autonomy employees will be less likely to speak up and voice their individual ideas or concerns to the whole group. One of the most essential things to combat groupthink is the quality and quantity of shared information within the group. The more information that is shared within the group, the greater the quality of the decision that is being made. This is key as the information used to make decisions in a group comes almost exclusively from information that is shared between members. In addition to this, the information that is shared is also more likely to be revisited later on in the conversation, which would allow for more critical thought to be used to reevaluate the idea. As many group members have a unique background and different experiences, by not expressing and sharing known information, the group cannot assess the problem or idea from all angles unless each member is given the same amount of information. Due to this, shared information and communication of ideas is important for breaking down groupthink behaviors that are already instilled in employees within an office. One final solution to groupthink is the counterexample of teamthink. Teamthink expresses the importance of an environment that is welcoming to any concerns or ideas, the recognition and understanding of risks, limitations, or threats as a result of an idea, appreciation of a group member's individual and unique qualities, and openness and consultation consideration of collective doubts within the group. This counterexample to groupthink is much more open-minded than the typical office that promotes a bottom-line mentality that leads to groupthink. Instead of group members who are overly optimistic, as is the case with groupthink, teamthink requires members to critically assess and find counterpoints to the ideas discussed within the group. While open-minded, these team members are also attempting to find holes or risks involved in order to be more efficient within a group setting.